Like, just trust me that if you ever see this in person, I'm not even an aquascaper. I appreciate aquascapes. I'm not an aquascaper, but this is just, it puts a smile on my face. It's crazy. Alright, so this is the second video here in Portugal. Again, I'm here in the city of Algarve. Beautiful place. If you are new to the channel, my name is Ashley and I'm from Singapore. I make new fish videos every single week. So remember to smash the subscribe button and come join the family. So today's video is very special indeed because it is here in Portugal and it is the largest aquascape in the world, done by none other than Takashi Amano. If you guys are not familiar, he's a very famous Japanese aquascaper who has passed not too long ago. This was his last exhibition, and it's actually a temporary exhibition that has, I would say, if I'm not wrong, it has lasted longer than it supposedly should have, and let's hope that they make it permanent one day, because it is absolutely beautiful. More beautiful than the place behind me. Alright, so enjoy the video, guys. Forest Underwater by Takashi Amano. Oh, check that out. English. Okay. Forest Underwater by Takashi Amano. So, a peek first, but look at this. So, Takashi Amano is from Japan. Passed away in 2015. Holy moly, guys, this is crazy. So maybe I'll give you guys a walkthrough first, and then we'll look at everything bit by bit and we'll dissect this whole thing together. I already see some things that are just so exciting for me. Wow, look at that. And it goes all the way up there. Wow. Alright, just look at that, guys. If you are an aquascaping fan, an aquascaper, man, this gotta be heaven. And okay, I really gotta stop for this. I love Denison bobs, okay, what we call red line torpedoes. They come by many names, most commonly called Denison bobs, and that is the fattest one I've ever seen in my life. Crazy. Look at that. Makes me love this fish 100 times more. Like, those are really, really fat ones. And so I'm one to believe that there are many ways to appreciate aquascapes. Many different types of aquascapes. Some are very aesthetic, some are about recreating nature. I think over here what we're seeing is a mix of both, right? It's not too fancy, not too crazy on the aesthetics, but at the same time it's not overly done just to replicate nature only. And how I'm going to enjoy this, and I hope you do the same, is what you really want to see for me is how the fishes interact with such an environment, because we always get to see fishes. We always get to see fishes in aquariums, and those are, you know, usually a lot smaller. The scaping will always be limited, but here we get to see what I believe would be as close to nature and their natural behavior as possible, right? Where do they hang out? If they're said to be schooling, are they still schooling in such a big environment? And to me, that is what I like about aquascapes. I know there are many different ways to appreciate it, but for me, that is how I appreciate aquascapes. It's about how the fishes interact with the environment. Yes, we want to appreciate, you know, the driftwoods that come out, the plants, the scenery, the green, even the amount of, you know, it's not just about what is there, but it's about the blank spaces as well. And on top of that, we want to see where the fishes hang out, who do they hang out with, you know, how active are they. And we'll notice, like right away, I'll notice that it's quite different from what I see in smaller aquariums. In smaller aquariums, you'll see these denizen barbs. Usually they'll stick together in school. What I'm noticing right now is that a lot of them wander about by their own, and possibly it's just because of their size. I know you guys can't tell by the camera, but size is just something I've never seen before. And so maybe because of that, they're so confident now, and because this is such a safe environment, that, you know, they're just not scared. And look at all that. Look at them just grazing on the algae. Look at that. Is that just not insane? And so they even have seats for you to sit down, and this is almost like a front row seat. I'm like staring right into the aquarium, and man, this is like I've seen the videos online, and trust me, it's something else altogether over here. Like when you see this in person, I know you guys will see it, of course, on video. Like, just trust me that if you ever see this in person, I'm not even an aquascaper. I appreciate aquascapes. I'm not an aquascaper, but this is just, it puts a smile on my face. It's crazy. This is crazy, guys. just observe the way the fish interact with the environment, with each other in such a big area. Look at that. So from above, it is quite a sight to be seen as well. Above the aquarium, we have some plants that grows all the way out. These are a lot of anubias and cribs, very densely populated. And then hiding among them, some of these serpes and cardinal tetras. Siamese algae eaters. So they seem to school quite a bit. Whereas other fishes that we know usually we sort of, over here we see the Siamese algae eaters are schooling. And a lot of the other fishes that usually we see school a lot in aquariums, like these little serpes that you can see over there. In an aquarium this big, what we notice is they don't actually school as much as they do in a small aquarium. Look at this guy. It's just so amazing. And you must really wonder what goes on inside that dense vegetation, because I'm sure a lot of fishes are, see they come in and out. I'm sure there are a lot of tetras inside. Usually in aquariums, we see such high activity level from these fishes, right? The denizens, and I just gotta say, this is the biggest of them all. Just huge. And usually in aquariums, we see them swimming up and down, up and down. They seem to be a very active fish, but it's amazing to see them in this environment that is so big, and they're just swimming so gracefully, not really as active as you would usually see them. Now it is possible that it's because maybe they are slightly older, just because of their size as well. It's like there's this gap here, and then fill in that spot, it sort of gets really dense. And over here we have these plants that just reach out to the surface. And over here we have really, really beautiful and big angels. These guys are really huge. And over here we really get a feel of how deep this aquarium is. So we know that the length is 40 meters, but look, when you really look at all the way back behind, then you really get the perspective. Looks to be at least 6 to 7 feet deep. Lily pads that reach out to the top. So this is really, really pretty. Look at that. And again, the algae eaters just love all of these. So in here we have quite a few Congo tetras as well. One of the bigger tetras in the family of tetras. And I think it's really, really nice that these, we see a scatter of all these serpate tetras around the aquarium. They really occupy like random spots all over, and I think that's something that's very hard to achieve in an aquascape. I mean, schooling is nice, schooling behavior is really nice, but when you get an aquarium this big, you want both schools and you also want to get some fishes to sort of spread out and not overly condensed at one area, and that is something that takes a lot of skill to get fishes that would otherwise tend to school, and get them to feel so comfortable that they will swim by themselves in the aquarium, despite having, you know, so many of the other similar fish around. So here it gets really densely planted again. Just an amazing combination of different plants and different types of plants. Some of them growing attached to the driftwood, and then again another bigger driftwood somewhere in the mid-ground that, you know, goes all the way up and out of the aquarium, and then background plants, and couldn't be made any better than with a school of pearl gouramis just hanging out around there. Alright, so that was Takashi Amano's nature aquarium. They call it Forest Underwater here in Portugal. And yeah, so we still have one more video coming out here in Portugal, and I'll give you guys a hint. It does have to do with aquascape. So if you guys love aquascaping, if you guys like what you saw at Takashi Amano, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time I upload, and if not, I will see you in the next video. Beard out.